But now, Chad, I want to cover one last story, and it is also DC related, and that is the restructuring of Greg Berlanti's Green Lantern HBO Max series. It's being redeveloped, and it has lost its writer. Now, I didn't really, I knew this was happening, but I don't know. Well, I didn't believe it. I was like, it's like, what, are they actually working on this thing? I remember it was announced like years ago. Now, here we go. I'll just read the story. I'll come back with my opinions. HBO Max's longest-standing Green Lantern TV series is changing gears. The drama, which has been in the works since late 2019, will now focus on John Stewart, one of DC's first black superheroes. I thought it was going to focus on John Stewart. I was wrong. I couldn't believe what they were going to focus on. The series from executive producer Greg Berlanti, who was very mixed, to originally have revolved around Guy Gardner and Alan Scott. Now listen, Alan Scott, he's the OG Green Lantern. All the respect to them. I was like, I understand you want to bring Alan Scott. Yeah, I can see that. But the fact that you would focus on Guy Gardner as one of your two main co-leads kind of boggles my fucking mind. I'm not a big Guy Gardner fan. I think he's kind of, as people are saying, he's an asshole. He's kind of a joke. Like, the thing he's best known for is getting knocked out by Batman. That's it. That's all he's known for. But Alan Scott, I understand. I'm like, okay, start of OG. But still, I'm just like, fucking Guy Gardner. In any case, and already cast Finn Wittrock, Ratched, and Jeremy Irvine, Treadstone, as respective Green Lanterns. All right. As part of the creative overhaul, writer and showrunner Seth Grahame-Smith, as a part of the series, is releasing scripts for a full season, 8 episodes. Damn, all that work. Here's to say Grahame-Smith, who signed as writer and showrunner a year after Green Lantern was announced, chose to lead the project after weathering a number of regime changes at HBO Max. Oh, yeah. Expert company Warner Bros. Discovery produces Warner Bros. Television, now DC Company. Yeah, he just got fucking tired. You know, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to move on with that. That must fucking suck, going through all that and then writing those scripts, and they're like, yep, we're not doing this. Oh, Lord. The decision to refocus Green Lantern arrives at a pivotal time for DC. Sources say the character John Stewart was off the table to producers who visioned the show as focusing on the first Green Lantern, the openly gay Alan Scott and Guy Gardner, as well as a multitude of other Lanterns, from comic book favorites to never-before-seen heroes. With DC comic stopper Walter Amada recent exit, decision was made to start over and build the show around Stewart, a character who first appeared in the early 1970s. It was molded after Sidney Poitier. I didn't know that. It's worth noting the Green Lantern creative overhaul has nothing to do with the news this week. James Gunn and Peter Safran have been tapped to lead film, TV, and animation, the new established DC Studios, real similar to what Kevin Feige is doing at Marvel. I mean, my own opinion, I think this is good. Like, why would you not want to focus on John Stewart? You know, I feel like for a lot of people, like, listen, I love Hal Jordan. I love Jeff Johns' run on Green Lantern chat when he brought Hal back. But I feel like for a lot of people, certainly my generation, millennials and Gen X, like, their exposure to Green Lantern was John Stewart and, like, the DC animated universe in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. People were like, yeah, that's Green Lantern. But it's funny, like, when the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie came out a decade ago, people were going, like, in the trailers, they're like, wait, where's John Stewart? Who's this? Who's Hal Jordan? And to be fair, Hal Jordan, before he was brought back by Jeff Johns, he was dead for a while. He was dead for a long time. Like, him and Barry Allen were dead. But, Jeff Johns has an affinity for those Silver Age heroes. That's why he brought him back. And if I have a criticism against Jeff Johns and his Green Lantern run, is that he didn't know what to do with John Stewart at all. He was just there. Any of the other Lanterns, both Kyle Rayner and Guy Gardner, some of these other people too. But yeah, I mean, this is the best decision going forward. I'm like, yeah, I would absolutely want to focus on John Stewart, and I think a lot of people might still have the bad taste of the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie with Hal Jordan, which is too bad because I would like to see Hal. But going forward, like I would lean into John Stewart, absolutely. Personally, I would want them to do another movie. I'm curious to see what the budget is for this TV show is going to be like. Something like Peacemaker. I mean, it has money, it had budget, but my thing is, so much of Green Lantern is in space. At least it's supposed to be. Most of the time it's in space. And that's what I think works about it. It's a space opera. And it's a buddy cop space opera. That's how I've always looked at it, I've always had this idea, like, if I had to pitch a Green Lantern movie, it would be John Stewart in Sinestro. And it would basically be Lethal Weapon in space, where John Stewart is even though, different races or whatever, but John Stewart, he's kind of the rookie, but, he's had a lot of issues that he's been dealing with, and he's kind of like the Mel Gibson, Martin Riggs character, where Sinestro, he's the veteran, and he's the Murtaugh character. He's the Danny Glover character, and these two people who are just like very polar opposites, they have to work together to do what they need to do to stop various space threats, right? Galactic threats. Just make a buddy cop. That's what I love about it. That's one of my big issues with the Green Lantern movie, is that 90% of that movie takes place on Earth and 10% is in space. It's like, what the fuck? No, it should be in space. And so, like, this show, like, the fact that it's going to be the fact that it's going to be a show, I just get this feeling that this is going to be all on Earth because to keep the budget low. And I'm just like, fuck, I hope they don't do that. I would really like this to be, going to different planets and cultures and all that. I think that'd be so awesome. All these different aesthetics, but that's like really, really expensive. So part of me is like, hey, I'm glad they're focusing on Jon Stewart because duh, I think that's what they should have done from the beginning. I'm shocked. Guy Gardner, and Alan Scott. I respect Alan Scott. I like that character, but Guy Gardner. Anyway, but the other side of it is like, okay, it's gonna be a TV show. I'm like, how much are you investing in this? What's the premise? Because I don't want to be on Earth. Chat. I want to see what space is like. We don't even know what fucking space is like in the DC universe. Barely. And what we've seen so far kind of sucks. Although to be fair, I did like the Peacemaker alien butterflies. That was really cool. But then all the fucking dark side bullshit, I was like, I don't know, hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see with this one. I think better, but there's I have a few caveats, yeah. What about you guys? How do you feel about this announcement that they're going to be doing a Green Lantern show and they're shifting to Jon Stewart? Train Day in Space. That'd be awesome, too. I love that. I think the reason they haven't been using Jon Stewart is because Hollywood racism regarding black heroes being lesbian. Yeah, you think that's what? Yeah, man, damn, that sucks. I don't like it. I know from Zaz. Yeah, the money. Exactly. That's why I'm a little concerned. They could have done an Earth 1 show that could have gotten a lot of cool ideas in the class DC character. Green Lantern have done an Earth 1 show. Oh, sorry. They could have got. Oh, I'm sorry. I just read that. Green Lantern powers can look so cool live action, but they'll be pricey, and some VFX stories will be 100%. No doubt. Be probably a good budget like Superman. Yeah, I'm just. I don't know. It'd be very CGI heavy just with all the lantern powers and stuff. And I think back to like the 2011 movie, which had like wasn't that like $150-200 million budget film, and I remember the effects looking kind of shitty. So I don't know, but I am glad they're focusing on Jon Stewart because they should. Guy Gardner. Oh my lord. I just see episode where Jon Stewart was on a trail blowing up. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, the trial. Yes. Yeah, the Manhunters and things. No, Jon Stewart, Phil Lamar fucking voiced him too. They should do a Phil Lamar cameo in the. That's what I would fucking do. I'd have Phil Lamar cameo in the Green Lantern movie, 100%. I think that'd be awesome. The Hot Wheels scene. Oh god, yeah. There's so much. I don't need any of that. Yeah, I like way Superman Lois looks so they can make it look. I hope so. I mean, listen, Superman. I love Superman Lois. I think it's great. The drama, the writing of that show is superb. It's great. They understand it. But I can see the budget. I can definitely see, like, all right, where they spent the money and where they just didn't have enough money. It works. It works for, that TV. I was just happy not to have a Superman that wasn't murdering everyone. I was just like, thank fucking God. All right? I'll settle for this, even if the effects aren't always consistently amazing or great. It's like, your Superman didn't knock down a building and murder innocent people? Whew, okay, I'll take that. Let's go. So, we'll see. We'll see if Green Lantern show. I'm hoping for the best.